Hey everybody, it's the Boss Lady here, coming to you with Talk About It Tuesday. Don't really have much to talk about today. I hope everybody had a happy and safe Labor Day weekend. It was kind of bittersweet for us. I mean, we were doing some things, as a family, which typically on the weekends we kind of, I hate to say go our separate ways, but we do. So it was bittersweet, but overall, we were with family all weekend and I enjoyed it. It was also bittersweet just thinking about the families who have lost everything. And, it was a little hard for me to really kind of like go out, go shopping, do a lot of hauling and stuff. Even though I did show you guys, like a Dollar Tree haul and things. It still was kind of hard to like really go out and just kind of enjoy, especially because every time you turned around, there was a sign up saying, donations for the Harvey survivors, in Houston. And so, and then just kind of watching some of the different news, videos and different YouTubers who are videoing too. It's just, it was kind of laying heavy on my heart. So I had went to church on Sunday and, my pastor, she had been sick. I don't know if I told you guys, but she had been sick for a while. We found out that she has lupus. And so she had talked about, what do you do when you feel like it can't get no worse, but it does? Like you're already in the fire, but then it's like you get thrown into the furnace. And so she, she talked about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And, it was a good message, and it made me really think about a lot of things. We had sat and, just kind of did some soul searching on a few things. And, just thinking about just, like I said, the survivors, not victims, but the survivors of the hurricane down in Houston. And then, now there's another hurricane coming, and I don't know, I got to sitting here thinking, I was getting ready to do a DIY. I had pulled these items out here to start doing this DIY, and maybe I will just because it'll help me, get my thoughts together here. But, I'm sitting here and I was thinking about, this next hurricane coming and, having friends and family there as well. I don't know. I know there is a reason for all of this to be happening. God doesn't put more on us than we can bear. I do know that. And so I'm just trusting and believing that, all will be well. I'm thankful for those who did not lose their lives. They may have lost all their worldly possessions, but they're still here. And they're survivors. They're able to, tell the story. And, oftentimes people put a lot of emphasis on, materialistic things. I saw something earlier and a person was discrediting a family for going to the state fair. Our state fair is going on right now. Today's the last day. And I guess the family was there and, the children had on some beat up shoes. Now, and they made it seem like, they should have spent money on them some shoes as opposed to taking them to the state fair. And yes, granted, the state fair is expensive. I'm not going to lie. That's one reason why we didn't go this year is because it is expensive. But, they were sitting there and they were just like really discrediting the family and the children. And, people were saying, that's not right. You shouldn't do that. You don't talk about, someone's child or whatever, which, I mean, rightfully so, you shouldn't. But, I was sitting thinking about that. There's families currently right now who have nothing. At least these children had a pair of shoes on. There's families right now currently who have nothing to show for. And so, we need to be thankful for what we have. And we need not emphasize on these worldly possessions because they can be taken in a blink of an eye. I mean, the survivors of Houston, they can attest to it. In a blink of an eye, everything gone. Not only their homes, their clothes, their shoes, but, pictures and, just memorabilia from like their parents or grandparents or whatever. So, you know, people need to be mindful of that. I mean, I have seen a lot of people just like out just shopping like it's nothing, you know, and I mean, I don't know everybody's situation, but you know, I think about those things. You know, everybody's so big and bold about what they have and showing off what they can do, and you know, and I'm thinking in a blink of an eye it can be gone. It can be gone, and then where you gonna be? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I've been thinking about, you know, and I thought about bringing this to the channel last week when everything was going on, but I just said, let me pray on it first and then go from there. But definitely that's how I'm feeling, you know, and I mean, you know, I've been picking up things here, you know, trying not to pick up a whole bunch of nonsense, but you know, things that I need for the house. So like this DIY that I'm doing, this is, you know, for the house. It's not like I'm just, you know, playing with toys or whatever. But you know, as far as just, you know, just buying stuff just to be buying stuff, no, I'm not doing that. And y'all know I'm not the type of person anyway. Even with me, you know, starting my Christmas shopping, I'm still not out here just willy-nilly, whatever. You know, I'm trying to take care of business, you know. My baby need a trombone, so that's what I was working on or whatever. But I sit back and I think about, you know, those who don't have, you know, and donating and making sure that, you know, I can be a blessing. And that's where I am with everything. You know, we need to, you know, if we got it like that, we need to bless others. You know, it wasn't given to us, you know, just because. So we need to, you know, be able to sit and bless other people and, you know, not be selfish, not be, you know, thinking only for self. And that's what I've been seeing a lot lately, is that people are only, you know, thinking about self and what they can gain or whatever. You know, I have no comments on, you know, the certain religious folks who have or haven't done. That's not my place. That's not my business. It's about what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to talk about, y'all. And while I was sitting here talking and not looking at the camera, I got my DIY done that I want to do. And so I went and I purchased these scent boosters that normally you would put in your wash. I don't use off-brand scent boosters because I don't know how they would affect myself or my family. But I did pick these up so that I can take these little sachets, these little bags, and put them in certain areas of the home, like the closets and, you know, maybe like the sock drawer or whatever. Just, you know, places where it just needs a little freshness. That's what I plan to do. And then I was also sitting here just... I had purchased these pumpkins last year, so this is not a new purchase, but I had purchased these pumpkins, these white pumpkins, you know, Dollar Tree pumpkins last year, and I really didn't like them, and I ended up putting them in my curio, and so I was going to bring them out here to the porch, but now that I brought them out here, and I'm looking at, you know, different things, they don't go out here either, and I'm trying to incorporate these pumpkins, because I don't like to have things and I don't use them, because if I don't use them, that means I don't need them, and that means they need to go. But I was going to try to use these at least one more time, one more fall season, so I'm going to play with them out here on the porch. I'm getting ready to dismantle my table. It's cold, not cold, but cold enough. We have thunderstorms coming in, and the temp went from like 72 to 57 in a matter of 30 minutes to an hour. So we got another set of storms getting ready to roll through, so I'm going to get ready to pack it up and pack it in and roll back into the house. But I just want to do this Talk About It Tuesday. Sorry it's not upbeat like y'all are used to, but I just want to talk about what I want to talk about. You know, that was heavy on my heart. And I know I really didn't really talk about it when everything was going on. And the reason being is because, you know, I had family too down there, and at the time that everything was going on, all I could do was pray, because one of my, what is she? She is my great aunt. and she is in her 80s, closer to 90, but 80s. She lives in Houston along with her daughter and son-in-law, grandchildren, great-grands. And we didn't know one way or the other if they had gotten out or if they were safe. I also have an uncle there. Him and his family. His family was safe. His eldest son, where his son stayed, which is my cousin, he got flooding. He had to be evacuated. He got flooding in his apartment. So I mean, it doesn't just affect just Houston, it affects, all over. I mean, I met a lady today who didn't know her from Adam, but anyway, she has family who was affected as well, and she lives here at home. So, it doesn't just affect those who are in Texas. It, affects all over. So, I really hadn't spoken about it because at the time I was fasting and praying. I was praying for my YouTube sisters that I knew were Houston residents, as well as my Instagram sisters, because I thought I only had 2. And then next thing you know, when I offered out a prayer, then I started getting, comments that I'm in Houston. I'm like, oh my Lord. And it just, my heart was heavy. So, I didn't want to really speak on anything on camera until, things kind of, I won't say even died down, but just, I was trying to pray for my YouTube and Instagram sisters, but I was also praying for my family because my great aunt, who is in Houston, that is my mom's last living aunt on my grandmother's side. And so, my mom was, the way she was, and I just, I was just trying to be there for my mom at that time because, it was like we didn't know. And how when someone's dealing with something and they're dealing with it and you don't really want to say nothing because you don't know how they're going to react. So that's how things was going. I just said, let me focus on something else, which, I had a whole lot to focus on. But, so yes, I'm still praying for my sisters down there, Instagram and YouTube, because, man, I'm so thankful that a lot of them were not affected, that didn't have to evacuate, who did not lose their items and things. And I just pray for those who are in the shelters. And it's just, oh my gosh, it's just sad. And I guess it bothers me too because, 12 years ago when Katrina hit, I had family in New Orleans, and that was scary. Oh my gosh. So I can only imagine what those in Houston went through, And now here it is. What's the next one? Irma? Is that her name? I think that's it. For Florida, going towards Florida's path. And I'm just like, Lord have mercy. So anyway, guys, before I get to going on a tangent, I have to pull out the blessing oils and things. Oh, I forgot this out here. Miss Peanut's, her slide oil for the trombone. I forgot that was even out here. So, but anyway, I just want to talk about that, guys. I just wanted to do this quick DIY while I was sitting here and, try to get a vision for these pumpkins. And, that's what I do. Sometimes I'll sit and try to, come up with something. And then sometimes I'll go on Pinterest or I'll go on YouTube and just, kind of look around and see what I can see. And I found something for these white pumpkins, but it requires more white pumpkins, and Boss Lady not buying no more white pumpkins. So I'm a traditional girl. So yeah, anyway. I'm gonna go, but I hope you all had a great weekend. I really do. I'm looking forward to the Show Me Your Blue collaboration on Friday. So for those who still want to participate, you still have time to give me your info. I need it by Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this is a second reminder. So yeah. But I'm going to go, guys, because I'm going to go put this stuff up. It seems like the rain has slacked up a little bit. I see we lost some branches while we were gone. But anyway, so I'm going to go. You have a great day. Have a great night. And I'll see everybody in a new video. Bye-bye.